finding your voice is dope because, like, I don't know. I don't know if I ever lost my voice. I probably had this, but I came out talking. But, like, in certain situations, I've silenced myself, right? Because I'm able to read a room. I know who can take what parts of me, you know what I mean? Because the truth is that everybody can't take it, and everybody is not emotionally equipped enough to hear my truth all the time.
Right, but why is that your problem?
It's not my problem, but that doesn't mean that I can't still cater to it. Like, I can still be empathetic to the type of person you are. Everybody's not, like me, and I can understand that and discern that, and maybe that's why I'm able to have like relationships with people who are different than myself, because the people closest to me are a lot like me, but everybody's not like me, you know what I mean? So, like, we just communicate on a different level. It just is what it is. But I've also even found my voice in that, though, because those type of people, they seem to they want to be pacified. They don't want to, because they don't want to hear truth all the time.
Yeah.
Or just,
so they hang around yes people. Yeah, and they hang around people who don't say anything and who don't speak up because they don't want to be challenged. They don't want whatever it is to be said. So they hang around people who don't always bring it. We could just tiptoe and act like it's not there. Or we could just not speak on it and act like whatever. But I mean, not everything. I'm not saying I just go around and say, yeah, you're doing this wrong and you're this and you shouldn't be doing this. Like, who does that? I don't do that. But it's one thing to hold in. If I consider somebody a friend, whether you're my best friend or an acquaintance or whatever, I'm not going to talk to you the same way I talk to somebody else. But at the same time, I'm not going to, not be me. I'm not going to not speak. I'm not going to, I don't change who I am to appease somebody. I am who I am no matter what room I'm in.
You definitely
and, you may, some things may not be as bold with people as you are with other people, but you still are who you are. And
I'm empathetic though. That's who I am. I'm empathetic with everyone. But
empathetic and speaking your mind, you can't do both. You can't feel how somebody feels.
Absolutely. You can feel how somebody feels, but if you have enough discernment to know, like, you've never dealt with gentle people. Like, some people are emotionally gentle.
Absolutely. My mom is like that. My whole family is like that. I'm not harsh all the time. I know when it is.
Can't drop, I come drop a bomb on you. Like,
yeah, I would not drop a bomb on my mom the same way I would drop a bomb on you. But I mean, the bomb is still going to get dropped, maybe just not the same way. I'm not going to throw the bomb at you, but I might gently hit, but it's still what it is.
It's coming, yeah.
I might say it in a nice way, so not, but it is what it is. Yeah. I'm not going to not say how I feel because I feel like that's a hindrance to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, this is how I feel. Oh well, fuck your feelings or whatever. I'm not gonna say that. But at the same time, what I have to say and how I feel is also valid. And how you take it, that's gonna be up to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could say it nice. I could not say how I feel. I could say a little piece of it. And you might still take offense to it. It doesn't matter. Because that's not your job, is to decide or to figure out how somebody's gonna react to what you have to say. You have discernment to know when something should be said. And that's what we're working on.
And how.
The discernment, the how, the filter, all of that.
Yeah, what I was saying was I have found my voice in that. Like, because a lot of this stuff is programming, right? It's like you say, unlearning and relearning. So these are things I learned from the environment I grew up in. But I also found my voice in even talking to people who don't necessarily want to hear that stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying originally. It's tone, it's delivery, it's timing. Like, you just gotta be more. You gotta be more intentional.
About what you say. Is multifaceted.
Yeah, it's so different with so many different people. So it's different. And I found my voice even there, because I still believe that anybody would describe me the same way. She gonna tell me, but I may not even tell you the first time, you might not even know offense or nothing you've done, but just something I think or something I've observed or something I think could help. So I might not tell you the first time or the second, maybe not the third or the fourth, maybe the fifth time I'll be like, but da, 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 da. And it seems to have more credibility because I'm not just spewing out what I think and what I feel at every point in turn, I've actually evaluated, you know what I mean? Like, sit back, let you do you. And, you know, this is just what I think, like, you know.
Absolutely.
And then it seems like it's taken differently. Because a lot of those people are afraid to be judged, too. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't take criticism and take it and become better. That's something we do well, but a lot of people don't. Like, some people take criticism and live in it, and then they get to the overthinking and thinking that they're less than, or like, is this what you really think of me? Am I like this terrible person? And just over evaluating what is really just like advice or, you know, or a criticism. So I don't know. You just have to be more gentle with people, but I also can be the type of person who I'll keep the peace. Like, I won't say how I feel just to keep the peace sometimes. And maybe that's something I need to unlearn, but that's something that I learned because
I was reading something like about that a couple weeks ago, and that's like a unlearning that needs to happen there. You can't silence yourself to keep the peace because you're not at peace.
I'm at peace if there's peace.
But how you're at like a pseudo peace because inside you still have a conflict of something I should say, but I'm not gonna say it because I'd rather hold this in than mess up everything else. So you put yourself second to whatever, and at the end of the day, when you keep doing that, you're not at peace. There is no peace there. You can't be at peace by keeping the peace all the time. Because sometimes the peace it's not really peace. Sometimes what you have to say disrupts the peace for a reason.
Shake the room.
Because it needs to be shaken. Because you have something to get off your chest, that something is not okay, and you rather not say it and let it continue on because you don't want to upset somebody. It's not the most healthy. And I get that because I've been like that. And then it's just not, and I'm still like that sometimes. Sometimes I don't even say how I really feel because it's just like, it's not even worth all the, you know, the extraness and the argument. Let's just keep the peace. And I mean, and you pick and there's sometimes where you do that, and sometimes that is the best thing to do in certain situations. I'm not saying that you should always speak how you feel and disrupt everybody's peace all the time because
you know people like that.
Yes, and that's not okay either.
Roar through like fire
because you having a bad day. Not everybody having a bad day.
Yeah.
Or you have something on your mind that you perceived a certain way, and now you messed up everybody else's day because of however you felt. You know what I mean? So you have to be discerning of that. But at the same time, if you notice a pattern with yourself that you always tell yourself that you're keeping the peace, you're keeping the peace, you're keeping the peace, and you never get to say how you really feel, or you wait till something really happens, or you waiting for that moment, that perfect time that never comes, like, you know, those are the things that we have to like recognize because it's not serving us. Communication is a very important part of all relationships. I feel like if you don't know how to communicate well, properly, without, you know, yelling, without being passive aggressive, without, you know, having a filter, without hurting somebody's feelings, then, you know, you hurt people that way. Sometimes you hurt yourself if it's the way that you're silencing or whatever. So there's a balance with it, and a balance that I'm learning, a balance that, you know, we all should try to strive to, like, you know, especially at work. I feel like that at work too, when we speak up about our pay, when we speak up about things that, you know, that's happening in whatever your job is, like, you still have to speak up for yourself. You have to be your advocate, and nobody's gonna say how you feel for you. You know, nobody's gonna, you know, you communicating and you speaking your mind. It's not just about a feeling or hurting somebody's feelings. It's so much bigger than that. Like, when we think about like how we, you know, and I was using the example of work and how, you know, women don't even get paid the same amount as men and the same jobs and all that. And then, you know, and then if we do speak up, then we're given that whole cold shoulder. You're angry, you're upset. Like, that has to change because, you know, we can't. That's not okay. That stigma is not okay. I don't want to be looked at as an angry woman because I'm speaking my mind. Because I'm not angry. Like, you know, I might be upset about what I'm talking about. Since I'm not even upset. It's just what it is. And I don't want to be associated with, you know, being angry or opinionated and all this stuff. When if a man does it, it's not looked at like that.
It's just whatever.
It's just, he's just speaking. He's just bold and he's this and he's that. And